Hey everyone, and welcome back to The Deep Dive. You know those sparkly diamonds that everybody loves? Yeah, those. Well, get this. It turns out diamonds are way more interesting than I ever realized.
That's right.
Someone sent us a bunch of info about diamonds, and wow, there's so much to talk about. So today, we're going to go deep, beyond the sparkle, to learn about where diamonds come from and what makes them so special.
And we'll uncover some surprising stuff you probably didn't know about diamonds. Like, did you know that the journey of a diamond begins in a really unexpected place?
Let me guess. Under the sea.
Nope, even deeper than that.
Deeper than the ocean.
Way deeper. Diamonds actually form deep, deep down in the Earth's mantle.
The mantle? What's that?
It's like this super hot layer of rock way below the Earth's crust.
Okay.
And we're talking depths of 140 to 190 kilometers. That's like 7 times deeper than the deepest part of the ocean.
Whoa, that's crazy. What's it like down there?
It's an environment of extreme heat and pressure, like almost unimaginable to us here on the surface.
So basically, a diamond's birthplace is like a giant pressure cooker.
Pretty much. And over billions of years, all that intense heat and pressure transforms simple carbon atoms into something extraordinary. The incredibly strong crystalline structure we know as a diamond.
So basically, all that pressure and heat is what gives diamonds their legendary toughness.
Exactly. Think about it, if they can withstand those conditions deep inside the Earth, it's no wonder they're the hardest natural material we know.
Yeah, that's true.
Diamonds score a perfect 10 on something called the Mohs hardness scale, which basically means nothing can scratch a diamond.
Ah, I never knew there was a scale for hardness.
There is, and a diamond sits right at the top.
Wow, that's pretty impressive.
But diamonds aren't just tough, They're also unbelievably beautiful. There's something almost magical about their sparkle.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And that sparkle, that brilliance, it all comes down to their incredible ability to interact with light.
So how do they do that?
When light enters a diamond, it bends and bounces around inside, creating that dazzling display of sparkle and fire. It's like each diamond is a tiny, perfectly engineered hall of mirrors for light.
Wow, that's a really cool way to think about it. No wonder people are so captivated by them. But you mentioned earlier that diamonds have some surprising uses too. I always thought they were mostly for jewelry.
Well, here's something that might surprise you. Around 80% of mined diamonds never end up in a jewelry store.
Really? 80%. So what happens to all those other diamonds? What else are they used for?
Well, their incredible hardness makes them essential for all sorts of industrial applications.
Okay, that makes sense. So like what kind of industrial applications?
They're used in drill bits, saw blades, and all kinds of cutting and grinding tools. Think about it. If a diamond can be formed under the immense pressure of the Earth's mantle, it can definitely cut through just about anything here on the surface.
So they're like these tiny little super strong workers powering all sorts of industry.
Exactly. And their use goes even further than that. Scientists are now using diamonds in high-tech fields like electronics and even quantum computing, all thanks to their unique physical and optical properties.
Wow. Diamonds in quantum computing. Okay, that's officially blown my mind.
Yeah.
So diamonds are like shaping the future of technology.
They really are. It's just one more example of how diamonds are proving to be much more than just a pretty face.
Okay, but speaking of pretty faces, let's talk about how experts actually judge the quality and value of a diamond.
All right, let's do it.
Because I have to admit, if I ever decided to buy a diamond, I would have no clue what to look for.
Well, you're in luck, because there's a system for that. It all comes down to what's known as the 4 C's.
The 4 C's.
Yes. Carat, cut, color, and clarity. These are the 4 key factors that determine a diamond's worth.
Okay, the 4 C's. Got it. So let's break those down one by one. First up, carat. It's about the size of the diamond, right?
Exactly. Carat is the unit of measurement for a diamond's weight. 1 carat is equal to 0.2 grams. And just like with most things, bigger diamonds are usually rarer and therefore more valuable.
Okay, that makes sense. So what about the cut? I thought that just meant the shape of the diamond, like round or square or pear-shaped.
It's actually much more than just the shape. The cut refers to how well the diamond's facets, those tiny flat surfaces, are arranged to reflect light.
Facets.
Yes, think of them like tiny mirrors. A well-cut diamond will capture light and bounce it around internally before sending it back out in a dazzling display of brilliance. But a poorly cut diamond, even if it's large, can look dull because the light escapes through the bottom or sides instead of being reflected back towards the viewer.
So a good cut is like having a tiny, perfectly designed disco ball inside the diamond.
Exactly. And that's why the cut is considered by many to be the most important of the 4Cs.
Really? More important than size?
For sparkle, yes, it has the greatest impact on a diamond's brilliance.
Huh, I never knew that.
Most people don't.
Okay, so we've covered carat and cut. What's next?
Next up is color.
Color. I always thought diamonds were clear.
Well, when most people think of diamonds, they picture a perfectly clear, sparkling stone.
Right.
But in reality, diamonds come in a wide range of colors.
Wait, really? I had no idea.
It's true. You can find diamonds in shades of yellow, brown, pink, blue, green, even red. And get this, the rarest and most valuable diamonds are actually those that are completely colorless.
So the more colorless, the more expensive.
Generally, yes. A colorless diamond allows the most light to pass through, which creates the most sparkle.
Okay, that makes sense.
And colored diamonds, especially those with vivid hues, are also highly prized for their uniqueness and beauty.
So it's like diamonds have a whole rainbow hidden within them.
That's a great way to put it.
Okay, so we've covered carat, cut, and color. What's the last C?
The last of the 4Cs is clarity.
Yeah.
This one is all about a diamond's internal and external characteristics. Think of it like this. Diamonds are formed deep within the earth under incredible pressure and heat. Sometimes, tiny imperfections can get trapped inside the diamond during its formation.
Okay.
And those imperfections are called inclusions.
Inclusions.
Yes, they're like tiny birthmarks, little reminders of a diamond's incredible journey from deep within the earth.
That's a really cool way to think about it.
So the fewer inclusions a diamond has, the clearer it is. And just like with color, the clearer a diamond is, the more valuable it is.
So a flawless diamond is like a perfect, sparkling snowflake, incredibly rare and incredibly beautiful.
Exactly.
I'm learning so much about diamonds today. It's fascinating.
It is, isn't it? There's still lots more to learn, though.
Like what?
Well, for example, have you ever heard of the company De Beers?
De Beers. The name rings a bell, but I can't quite place it.
They're a company that has been a dominant force in the diamond industry for over a century. They're the ones behind the famous slogan, "A diamond is forever."
Oh, right. I've definitely heard that slogan before. It's super effective marketing, for sure. But what's their role in the diamond world beyond marketing?
Well, their influence on the diamond market goes far beyond just clever slogans. They've played a major role in shaping how we view and value diamonds today.
Really?
Yeah. Their history is fascinating and quite complex, but maybe we'll save that for another deep dive.
That sounds like a good idea.
For now, how about we focus on some of the more fun and fascinating aspects of diamonds?
Sounds good to me. After all this talk about carat, cut, clarity, and marketing, I'm ready for some diamond fun facts. What do you have for me?
All right, get this. Some diamonds actually glow under UV light.
Wait, what? They glow?
Yep. It's called fluorescence, and it can make the diamond emit a blue, yellow, or even orange light. It's like they have a secret superpower hidden within their sparkle.
Wow, that's so cool. I'd never heard of that before.
Mm.
So it's like those glow-in-the-dark stars you had as a kid, but way cooler because it's a natural phenomenon.
Yeah.
Precisely. And there's even more. Have you ever heard of the Hope Diamond or the Koh-i-Noor?
Vaguely, maybe?
Well, these are famous diamonds, and they have incredibly fascinating histories filled with intrigue, royalty, and even whispers of curses.
Oh, wow. Cursed diamonds.
Whoa.
Now, that's a story I want to hear.
Well, unfortunately, we're running out of time for this part of the deep dive.
Oh, man.
But if you're ready for more diamond tales and some of the wilder stories behind these famous gems, join us for part 2. We'll be picking up right where we left off, exploring the captivating history and legends surrounding some of the world's most famous diamonds.
I can't wait.
Welcome back to our deep dive into the world of diamonds.
I am so ready to hear about those famous diamonds and their stories. You mentioned curses and royalty. What's the deal with that?
It seems like almost every famous diamond has a story attached to it, like it's part of their allure.
Yeah, it's like they absorb the energy of the people who own them and the events they witnessed. Like they have their own personalities almost.
Exactly. Take the Cullinan diamond, for instance. It was discovered in South Africa back in 1905,
Okay.
and it was the largest gem-quality rough diamond anyone had ever seen. It weighed over 3,100 carats. Can you imagine?
3,100 carats. That's massive. What did they do with a diamond that big?
It was eventually cut into several smaller stones,
Well,
but we're still talking huge diamonds here. The largest two, Cullinan the Gare and Cullinan II, are now part of the British crown jewels.
wow. So these diamonds formed billions of years ago deep inside the earth. And now they're part of these incredibly significant historical artifacts. That's kind of mind-blowing when you think about it.
It really is. It speaks to the enduring fascination we have with diamonds. They connect us to the past, present, and who knows, maybe even the future.
Speaking of the future, you mentioned that diamonds are being used in quantum computing. Why are they so special for that kind of technology?
Well, for quantum computing to work, you need materials that are incredibly pure and free from defects.
Okay.
And diamonds fit the bill perfectly. They're also excellent heat conductors, which helps to keep these sensitive quantum systems cool and functioning properly.
So not only are they beautiful and valuable, but they're also helping to unlock some of the most groundbreaking technologies. Diamonds really are full of surprises.
They really are. And speaking of surprises, remember how we talked about some diamonds glowing under UV light?
Yeah, the glow-in-the-dark diamonds.
That phenomenon, called fluorescence, is actually pretty common.
You said it's caused by trace elements inside the diamond, right?
That's right. Certain elements within the diamond structure absorb UV light and then re-emit it as visible light, creating that glow.
It's like they have this hidden light show inside them. So cool. But I'm curious, going back to the 4Cs, you said each factor plays a role in a diamond's value.
Yeah.
How do they all work together?
It's not a simple formula. Each of the 4Cs interacts with the others, and it takes a trained eye to evaluate them properly. For example, a large diamond with a poor cut or lots of inclusions might be worth less than a smaller, perfectly cut and flawless diamond.
So it's about finding that sweet spot where all 4Cs are working in harmony to create the most beautiful and valuable diamond.
Exactly. And that's where the expertise of gemologists comes in. They can analyze each of those factors and give the diamond a grade and a value based on its overall quality.
It's like they're diamond detectives, using their knowledge and tools to uncover the hidden secrets of each stone.
That's a great analogy. And those secrets can sometimes be pretty valuable, especially when we're talking about those famous diamonds.
Right, the Hope Diamond, the Koh-i-Noor, the Cullinan. We talked about their fascinating histories. But what about these curses you mentioned? Are those real or just legends?
Well, it's hard to separate fact from fiction when it comes to these stories, but that's part of what makes them so captivating.
So spill the tea. What are some of the juiciest diamond curse stories?
Take the Hope Diamond, for example.
Okay.
It's this stunning blue diamond with a history that spans centuries and continents. It's said to have originated in India, where it was part of a temple statue before being stolen and eventually making its way to Europe.
Stolen from a temple statue. That sounds like the start of a curse right there.
Yeah. It does, doesn't it? And the stories of misfortune surrounding the Hope Diamond just get wilder from there. It's been linked to bankruptcies, suicides, and even violent deaths.
Wow, that's dark. No wonder it's considered cursed. What about the Koh-i-Noor? Does it have a similar story?
The Koh-i-Noor's history is equally fascinating, full of conquest, intrigue, and power struggles. It's been in the hands of Mughal emperors, Persian rulers, and even Afghan warlords. Each chapter of its journey marked by bloodshed and upheaval.
It sounds like owning that diamond might come with some serious baggage.
It's hard to say for sure, but there's no denying that these famous diamonds have witnessed some of the most dramatic moments in human history.
So they're not just beautiful and valuable, they're also like tiny windows into the past, reflecting the triumphs and tragedies of the people who possess them. That adds a whole other layer of intrigue to these already fascinating stones.
It really does. It makes you wonder what stories these diamonds would tell if they could talk.
I know. Okay, so we've covered the 4Cs, famous diamonds and their curses, and even how diamonds are used in high-tech applications. What other diamond facts are you hiding up your sleeve? Okay, so those stories about the Hope Diamond and the Koh-i-Noor are pretty wild. It's like holding a piece of history, except way more sparkly. But you said you had even more diamond facts up your sleeve.
Oh, I've got plenty more. You ready for this one? Some diamonds are actually older than the Earth itself.
Older than the Earth? Hold on, how's that even possible?
Well, scientists have found tiny inclusions in some diamonds.
Okay.
Little bits of minerals that they believe were formed in supernova explosions.
Supernova explosions, you mean those giant star-ending explosions?
Exactly. And those explosions happened billions of years ago, long before our solar system even existed.
So some of these diamonds contain tiny pieces of stars that died before our own sun was even born. Whoa, that's incredible.
It really is. It makes you realize that diamonds have witnessed events on a cosmic scale. They've survived journeys across unimaginable stretches of time and space.
It's like those tiny inclusions are like little time capsules, carrying secrets from the very beginning of the universe. That's pretty amazing.
It is. And it makes you appreciate their resilience even more. They've endured conditions that would obliterate most other materials. Talk about a tough gem.
Seriously.
Ah,
It makes those stories about cursed diamonds seem a little less scary, knowing that they've already withstood so much.
that's one way to look at it. Maybe those curses are just a bit of cosmic dust they picked up along the way.
Haha, I love that. Okay, but shifting gears a bit. We talked earlier about the ethical concerns around diamond mining. Is there anything being done to address those issues?
Thankfully, yes. There's been a growing movement toward more responsible practices in the diamond industry.
Okay, good.
For example, there's something called the Kimberley Process Certification Scheme.
The Kimberley process.
Yes, it's an international effort to stop the trade of conflict diamonds.
Conflict diamonds. I've heard that term before, but I'm not entirely sure what it means.
Conflict diamonds, sometimes called blood diamonds, are diamonds that are mined in areas controlled by rebel groups or unethical regimes.
Oh, I see.
They're often used to finance violence and human rights abuses.
So basically, the Kimberley process is trying to make sure that the diamonds we buy aren't contributing to conflict and suffering.
Exactly. It involves governments, industry leaders, and civil society organizations working together to track diamonds from mine to market, ensuring they come from legitimate sources.
Okay, that's good to know. But if I'm out shopping for a diamond, how can I be sure that it's ethically sourced?
That's a great question. Look for diamonds that are certified by reputable organizations,
Like what?
like the Gemological Institute of America, or GIA for short,
Okay.
or the American Gem Society. These organizations provide independent reports detailing a diamond's origin and ethical sourcing.
So do your research and ask questions. Make sure you're comfortable with the diamond's journey before you buy it.
Exactly. Being an informed consumer is key, especially when it comes to something as precious and symbolic as a diamond.
Couldn't agree more. Well, this has been a fascinating deep dive. We've learned so much about diamonds, from their fiery origins deep inside the earth to their surprising uses in cutting-edge technology.
And we've uncovered some of the fascinating history and legends surrounding famous diamonds like the Hope Diamond and the Koh-i-Noor.
It's incredible to think that something so beautiful and valuable can also have such a rich and complex story.
It really is. Diamonds truly are a remarkable gem.
They are. And for all you listeners out there, we hope you enjoyed this deep dive into the world of diamonds. We'll be back soon with another fascinating topic, so stay tuned. Until then, keep exploring and keep those questions coming.